This is Andy coming to you live from andyatuga.com, and thank you so much for watching this. If this is your first time watching me, please feel free to say hi, all right? And I'll reach out to you and we can connect. Also, I've got a link in the video above. All you have to do is just click on that link where we share more tips and more tricks on how to brand yourself, generate more leads, close more sales, importantly, because there's no point if you're generating leads and getting all these amazing people into your business, but you can't close sales. Today, I want to share with you 3 ways. Now, these are 3 very targeted ways you can use to generate leads. Personally, I've used all 3. All right, and all 3 have worked, but I do obviously have my favorite. I'm going to be sharing that with you, so stay tuned. So recap, yesterday we talked about what is lead generation. Some people like to see it as a list, which is a list of names and email addresses and phone numbers. The way I like to see it, I like to see leads as human beings, right? I like to see that these are people that have seen me somewhere, exposed to me. So my job as an entrepreneur, business person, salesperson is to make sure that I treat these people fairly, and based off of that, we can get more sales. Way number 1 is to drive traffic to an online asset. What we mean by traffic is basically people. You see traffic as maybe you have a store in the busiest part of town or in the most quiet part of town, and people are walking up and down the road, right? They're walking up and down in front of your shop. That's the traffic. They're walking past. And once your business is exposed to that environment, you are actually in a position to attract some traffic. So if you're in a busy part of town, then your traffic is going to be huge, because like there's a lot of people coming and going. If you're in a very quiet part of town, then you have to know that you are not going to attract as many leads as you. First way is to drive traffic to an online asset. Now, if I say online asset, what I mean is like something online that belongs to you. And when the .com boom, was happening, we would say my own.com, right? So you can have your name.com, and that's your little estate. If you have your own space, that's what we mean by your online asset, right? Where your content lives. So a place like Facebook is not your asset, it's somebody else's asset. We love Facebook. Facebook is great, and there are so many assets you can create, and we're going to explain that in another video. Number 2 is social media. Using social media. A lot of people use social media today, right? Facebook has got like a couple of billions of people, like some few billions on Facebook alone, and all these people are potential leads, people you can reach out to and talk to about your product or your service. Now, these are all potential leads you can reach out to. Once you understand the social media marketing platform, you are in a good position or in a good place to be able, you are in the position to be able to generate a lot of leads. There's a few social media platforms out there. There's Twitter, there's LinkedIn, there's Facebook, there's YouTube, there's all of them, right? So you got to choose one that works for you, one that you think is comfortable with you. So you might want to choose your social media lead generation strategy carefully and decide where you can be. You got to be able to understand which social media will work for you. And depending on your personality type, you might go for something different, right? So if you want to know a little bit more about that, we got some cool resources that can help you figure that out. So number 3 way by getting leads for your business is by using lead vendors. Lead vendors are like great if you are in a certain industry. If you don't know what lead vendors are, there are actually companies out there that would sell you some lead. Don't worry, it's completely legal, right? These guys have to go through some compliance and go through a few bunch of things. And with today's, generally, they will go generate the leads and they would sell it to their customers. So you could contact a lead generation company. And you could simply say, hi, my name is this is my business, this is what we do, and I'm looking for targeted leads, people that will be interested in this kind of service or product. And that's it. And they go do the work, and they will tell you how much it will cost you to generate that kind of leads for you. And then you decide whether you want to pay that or not, or if it's worth it for you. Targeting is key. Paid traffic is awesome only if the traffic is targeted. Out of all these three, my favorite is driving traffic to my own online asset. The reason why it's my favorite is because, one, I own the traffic. Right, so if I buy traffic and I'm sending that traffic, I own the traffic. I know where the traffic is coming from. I can measure, I can track, I can count, I can readjust, I can change things around. And if this one's not working, I can say, okay, I need to choose another strategy. You control, for me, option one is great, is because I control the process from all the way from point one all the way to the end of the whole process. I'm controlling the whole process. I understand what goes into it and what comes out of it. And number three reason why I love this one so much is because it's my own space, right? I know that my online asset is going to be there for me 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 6 years down the line. It's still going to be there. It's still going to be andyachuga.com. It's not going to change to anything unless I decide that, oh, hang on, I want to change the name. And I can maximize, I can scale. That is it for you. 3 solid places, ways to get targeted, highly targeted leads for your business.